Hello, Simply Support community. It is me, Catherine Stanier, again here to share my intentions and how grateful I am for you to be here, a part of the Simply Support community. I'm usually accompanied by my husband, but he's out doing some yard work today with my father, which is exciting. It's becoming beautiful and spring here, so any outdoor work is encouraged and exciting. Okay, well, here we are, another community meeting, and seemingly the transition to invite people into the community meeting is a little awkward or uncomfortable. I'm not quite sure what the perceptions are with joining Zoom meetings. Maybe it's a bad time for people. I'm not quite sure. So if you want to be a part of the community meeting and you haven't had a chance to do it or have felt resistance to it, communicate that with me. What is holding you back, or how can I make this experience more tangible for you? Because I want you to feel like you're a part of a global community, like you're a part of something bigger than yourself. And that starts with just, connecting with me here and talking about what I intend to talk to you about. And so when you invest in being here, it changes things for you. It's like, oh, I am invested in being a part of this community and seeing what will happen for me. And yeah, so no problems though, because I'm going to share what I want to share anyway. So thank you again for being here. I don't know what the perceptions are of Simply Support as of right now, besides from a handful of people. And for those handful of people that have communicated what Simply Support is doing for them and they're interacting with the community, thank you so much. I really appreciate any feedback that I can receive with this, because this all is not support itself is a new endeavor for me, but Simply Support as a concept and as an idea, as a service, as a community is new. And so any feedback, any sort of engagement is really useful for me, so I can adjust over time and ensure that this is the best service that I can provide for you and the best support I can provide for you, because that's ultimately what I am trying to do, is provide you with the best mode of support. So thank you for any engagement, and I encourage any engagement moving forward. I'm still working on communication, as always. Everyone always is, I feel like. So this is my way to just continuously show up and communicate with you with this town meeting hall. And with that in mind, I want to share my intentions for Simply Support this week, and hopefully, continue to communicate the message with you and understand that this is a growing and learning thing. So clarification about who I am and Joshua are within the community. So if you noticed in the first few weeks of Simply Support, there were roles given to people, and you could have seen them on the Discord chat member list, whatever. There were specific roles, like I was head supporter, and there was another individual that we were hoping to empower the community a bit more. And we decided that these roles are just, the description of the roles just doesn't make sense to me because we are just people. Me and Joshua are just people. We are supporters for you, but we're also learning and we're also absorbing and don't know everything. And, just because we are the ones, hosting the community and engaging and sharing doesn't mean like we're the know-it-alls and it's all about us. We want it to be about you and what you want support with. So I just wanted to clarify that. And, because we are just people. And when we share videos, like in the past Q&A, I shared this video about my healing journey with my self-esteem, everything that I had been through for the past several years. And it got mixed feedback. I saw a few people enjoyed the video, whereas one individual picked up on the fact that I had not been there completely for Joshua in the moment. It was a very confusing moment for me because I had sat down to record the video and I knew exactly what I was going to say about my story and just like bring you along the adventure with it. And Joshua wasn't going to be there, but then Joshua was there. And I wasn't sure what was going to happen in terms of like, okay, well, now there's an added variable into what I was going to explain. And after the meeting, based on what Joshua had shared in the video about his own self-esteem, I felt like I had let him down because I was so thrown off, and I did the best that I could to support him in the moment. But because it was a live feed and because I was trying to be there for you and communicate what was going on and like viable ways to improve your self-esteem, it just didn't really register. And the comment was made that I left my husband bleeding, basically, based on not listening to him, not supporting him, or asking him questions in that moment. And it hurt a little bit, I'll be honest. And I think that the intention of the comment, I'm not quite sure what the intention of the comment was, but it did hurt a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine, because I am just being myself in the moment. And I had been aware and I had been overthinking the fact that I wasn't there for Joshua and that people would have been able to perceive that. But the thing is that after the meeting, me and Joshua talked about where he was at with his self-esteem, and we talked about what happened in the video. And it is, Joshua's not here to explain it, but it is part of his own trauma in terms of where he feels the need for attention and for the things to be all directed towards him and for him to talk about everything about himself. And like it was just a confusing situation. And I'm there for my husband 24/7, just like he's there for me 24/7. So when we record our lives in little glimpses, it can get confusing about what our relationship is and how we've been there for each other and what we're working through in real time and the dynamics of it all, because we're not perfect and we're not going to show this tailored part of us. We're just going to be ourselves in the moment. And sometimes, you know, it's not conveyed about what we can do best for people in those types of dialogues. Like when me and Joshua are in conversation, I don't feel personally like I can deliver my best support services, my best one-on-one intimate experiences. Anyone who's talked with me one-on-one on the phone knows that when that person's right in front of me, I give them my all and I ask the questions and I'm able to work on it in real time with them. It's just with my husband, things can get a little bit different and cloudy. So if you'd watched that How to Improve Your Self-Esteem video and you were confused on how I treated Joshua within it, don't worry, me and Joshua have talked about it. It's not a true reflection about where we're at and the actual support services that we can offer to people. So I hope that adds a little bit more clarity into it, because we are just people providing our experience and our knowledge based on where we're at in our journey. So, okay, there's that part of it. And moving on, just like I'm saying, I want to be a vessel for information. I want to be a vessel for support, because the things that I share here isn't just all my information. It's just what I've experienced, what I've heard, and what I truly believe works based on a resonating in my intuition, you know, whatever that feeling is. You know, I've read a lot of books and I've been like, that's bullshit, or that's fucking great. So I have a discerning eye, I guess, or my own biases, but I really do believe that I have learned how to support myself through the information that I received, and I want to be able to pass that information on to you. I want you to be able to feel like you can support yourself through the mechanisms that I used, and you know, I hope that they work for you. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the free training of how to start supporting yourself, I really encourage you to go check out that training. It's in the hashtag supporting yourself section in the free support. And you can find that training and get access to it for free. And in that channel, you can interact with other people that are doing the training. And I just really, it's free for you to check out, and maybe you'll learn something new in it. Maybe you'll read it and maybe you'll join it and be like, this is not what I was looking for, but I'm glad that I've got this new information, or, oh my gosh, this is really useful. I never know how it's going to impact you, but I personally think the value that me and Joshua share in that training is valuable. And so I encourage you to check it out if you want to evolve this concept of supporting yourself, being there for yourself, learning more about yourself. This training does a lot for that and encourages that, and for you to take those steps for yourself outside of the Simply Support community, which offers the tickets with the conversations and the general chat and the free 20-minute calls every month. So just bringing more awareness around the how to support yourself training. Then afterwards, I guess what I want to be talking about is, yes, there is a lot of free aspects of Simply Support, because that is my ultimate goal, is to make support consistent and tangible for those that want it and need it. And so that's already ticking along. And some of you have already been experiencing it in real time. And so with that in mind, you've got the free 20-minute call, you've got this free training now, you've got this community of people. I wanted to offer another way for you as the individual to invest in yourself and receive more consistent support and more momentum. And I've been receiving quite a few messages recently about people feeling alone in this world, feeling like they don't have purpose or something, that their life doesn't matter. And I don't want to highlight these pain points. I don't want to be like, oh, you feel alone, or, oh, you don't feel like you have purpose or you matter, because it's like, I've been there. I've felt very alone, and I felt like, oh, I don't know my purpose in this world, or if I matter, or anything like that. But it's when I reconnect with this concept of community and groups of people and collaboration and cooperation that I naturally just feel more purpose and less alone. And it's just by investing my time into those types of services and into those types of experiences. So I'm going to share my screen with you about something that I just have been working on for over a week, but I just finished the draft today. And hopefully this will make sense to you. So as Simply Support, we are a community and we are a free service based on that. But as well as this, we do want to offer you additional services, because we know that support and feeling like you're not alone and you're making consistent change in your life is just beyond once a month. Sometimes it's about getting more people once a week. So this is where I've come up with global groups. I personally have been a part of a global community for years now. Ever since I've been in the online world, I've been connecting with people internationally, and I've found it to be so fun. I love being part of a global community, someone who's grown up in suburbia of America, to be able to expand my reach and my knowledge to people across the world, to so many different experiences, is so enriching to me. And I want to be able to pass that on to anyone else within the Simply Support community that is interested in it. Being a part of the general chat of the global community is cool, but what if you could be a part of a group of people across the world? And this is where global groups comes into it. So receive support from others across the world. Global groups is for those who want to see, this is why I make edits on things, but I didn't see this. Want consistent support every week. So, instead of just receiving that free 20-minute call every month, you can receive consistent support every single week, which is important, because more consistency and more momentum is how we start to change our lives. Global groups is for people that want to feel a part of a global community, don't want to feel so in their bubble of, thinking They want to expand their mind, expand and know that they aren't alone. And they want to optimize their overall well-being, because when you're part of these global groups, you're going to be in essentially a support session. And in these support sessions, either me or Joshua at the moment will be there with it, hosting it, facilitating conversation, facilitating questions. And our overall goal with these sessions is to optimize your well-being, mental, physical well-being. And when we can consistently see you every single week, then that's more likely going to happen for you. I've seen it happen time and time again. Consistent support every week really does change people. So with this in mind, I want to share my intentions of these global groups. So healing is multiplied in numbers. We believe the more support you receive, the more you can achieve. Think of any healing scenario, and you'll most likely imagine people sitting in a circle, talking and sharing experiences. So we're bringing that circle talk to our online community with these global groups. So when you invest in being a part of a global group, you will be placed in a group, max 6 people, and empowered by a supporter to speak your story, be heard, and supported by everyone in the group. You know, you won't be alone. You'll be there speaking and sharing your experience. You'll be encompassed by supportive energy. And it doesn't matter what you're experiencing. We will support you the best we can in the moment and helping you in finding your solutions. And for the sessions where you don't want to speak, that's totally cool, because you can listen to others and you'll feel internally empowered knowing you aren't alone in your struggles and experiences. But when you do feel like you can give support to a fellow global group member, you'll feel that supporter power, knowing you were intimately there for someone else in their human experience. So no matter if you speak or don't speak, there's power to be gained in global groups. And I believe this without a doubt. I believe this with all of my heart. And that's why I've been trying to formulate it and explain it the best that I can for over a week now, with slight grammatical errors, as you can see, but I believe in this. So what you receive with this global groups is a 60 to 90 minute group support session every week. And you'll receive personalized post-session notes. So anytime that you interact anytime you speak within the global group, either me or Joshua will be taking notes, and those notes can be shared with you. And so then, because when you're sharing so much, it can be hard to remember, what did I share? Like, what did I even talk about? What were my revelations again? Those notes really bring it all back for you. And we want to be able to provide those notes for you. Oh, there's a squirrel. I love squirrels. And this is an opportunity to learn more about you, because, like I said, you're here to receive support in finding you and learning more about you and how you operate emotionally and physically. We want to build that awareness for you, offer personalized service for you to be more there for you. And that's where, you know, like you can be a part of this community, and you can be doing the work on your own, so to say, but receiving that call once a month, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what progress have you made? And like, you may have felt like all over the shop that month. But, you know, if you're receiving more support every week in these global groups, you will learn more about yourself, and you will feel this kind of like blossoming up, so to say. So, okay. So if you were interested in anything that I talked about in terms of these global groups, cool. That makes me really jazzed. Because with an investment of just $25, you can receive 4 global group sessions. And you'll continue to receive 4 sessions as long as you continue to invest in the service, basically. This is a reoccurring monthly investment that you can make. Whenever you're ready to move on, you can cancel or be refunded, totally fine. But for those who, and so yes, that's what I want to explain so far. So it's $25 for 4 sessions. And as long as you invest that $25, the sessions will just continue. But you can, like I said, cancel at any time. And then if you heard just $25 a month and you're like, I don't know about that, Kate, which I totally understand. I've been there, and I know that, you know, everyone is in a different place. So if you're interested in being a part of global groups and you really want to see what will happen if you're a part of it, don't feel ready to invest the $25 a month, please create a ticket within Simply Support and let me know. Say, hey, I'm interested in global groups, but I don't have that 25. You know, discuss. That way we can discuss it there in that ticket, and we'll maybe make some options for you. But for those that are ready to invest in global groups service, I have this button, but you can't click this button. So I will be sharing the link for this service specifically in a channel, and I'll direct people to said channel when it is created. But I just wanted to bring your awareness around what I'm formulating behind the scenes for you to receive more support beyond just me and Joshua. You know, it's like when you're in that global group, it's so much bigger because you're like, oh, it's this person, this person, this person, this person. We're all here and we're all trying to optimize our well-being and support each other. And it's a really beautiful experience. And to create that opportunity for you, just, it means a lot to me. So please let me know what you think about it. But other than that, that's all I have to share for this town meeting, community meeting. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long this has been going on for, but anyone who's watched the end, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your support and you being here. My intentions for this week is just to continue to build things that I believe will benefit you and support you. Okay. Feel free to message me with any comments or questions or feedback. Much love. Bye-bye.